friends, and welcome to Healthy Natural Remedies. Usually, someone's death is mourned, but Santhara is a Jain tradition in which the death of the body is celebrated. Jainism is a precise science. According to the teachings of Bhagwan Mahavir, death can also be celebrated like birth. Santhara is an ancient ritual that involves practicing intense meditation at the end of life. It is also considered the final spiritual practice because through it, the practitioner chooses death by giving up worldly pleasures and everything. In fact, it is a process of dying peacefully. Santhara is a practice where some people in the Jain community voluntarily embrace their death. This practice is also known as Sallekhana, Samadhi Maran, Ichha Maran, and Sannyas Maran. Both monks, means sadhu and sadhvi, and ordinary householders can undertake Santhara. Before undertaking Santhara, it is necessary to seek permission from family and the spiritual guru. The practice of Santhara is highly respected in Jainism, but it is not mandatory. The condition for taking Santhara is that the person must either be suffering from an incurable disease, struggling with a serious disability, or their death must be imminent. During this practice, the person gradually reduces their intake of food and water until they completely stop eating and drinking. Then they enter a state of deep meditation, detached from worldly concerns, including their own body. It is noteworthy that ordinary individuals, especially children or young adults, are not allowed to undertake Santhara under any circumstances. Jainism strongly opposes suicide from a doctrinal perspective. There are specific rules and rituals associated with it to ensure that it is done in a non-violent and peaceful manner. Fasting until death might seem like a form of violence to some, but Santhara is often chosen by those who are close to death. They see it as their final moments and they want to spend them without causing harm to any living being, even trees. So they decide to remain in one spot and begin their fast. Santhara begins after sunrise with fasting for 48 minutes initially, during which the person refrains from eating and drinking anything. This fast is called Naukarthi. Later, the fasting duration is extended from 48 minutes to 3 hours, which is known as Porthi. In Santhara, fasting can be done with water or without water using both methods. Fasting done by only consuming boiled water is called Pivihar, and fasting without water is called Sauvihar. The fasting regimen is gradually increased, and after a few days, the initiation of long fasting without eating and drinking anything begins. Even during the fasting period of Santhara, a person can seek medical advice without breaking the fast. The main aim of Santhara is to let go of attachment to the body when it becomes too weak and useless. It is an experiment to free oneself from this attachment because our strongest attachment is often to our own body. Letting go of this attachment is a very challenging task, and it is a practice of detachment. In the highest state of detachment, there's no attachment to the body or to food. Dying in such a detached state is believed to lead to moksha, or better punarjanma, and a better life in the next birth. Conversely, if someone carries intense attachments into their next life, their rebirth may not be noble. According to those who believe in punarjanma or second birth, freeing oneself from strong attachments is crucial for a noble next life. Therefore, Santhara is seen as an experiment in cultivating detachment. In Jainism, there are two sects, Shwetambar and Digambar. Santhara is prevalent among Shwetambar Jains. Digambar sect criticizes this tradition. Santhara also has two types: internal, which involves renouncing worldly pleasures and attachments, and external, which gradually abstains from consuming food and drink until completely giving them up. To understand Santhara, it is important to understand some basic principles of Jainism. Jainism does not advocate the existence of any god. The central focus of Jainism is Atma and Karma. Thus, there are no gods in Jainism to fall back to or seek help. The only sentient entity in the universe is the soul or Atma, which is responsible for its own actions and destiny. The soul uses the body as a boat to navigate the cycle of birth and death, starting from the simplest forms of life and evolving into humans. Throughout this journey, known as sansar, the soul experiences various emotions and develops attachments and aversions towards other beings, resulting in karmic bondages or sansar sukh. According to Jainism, the cycle of birth and death is perpetuated by these karmic bondages, which are fueled by the intensity of the soul's love and hate relationships. To break free from this cycle, Jainism suggests renouncing or renouncing worldly attachments and embracing monkhood, where one surrenders all love and hate relationships. Alternatively, individuals can reduce the intensity of their attachments to lessen the influx of new karma. Santhara allows the soul to consciously transition to the next life. Jainism emphasizes the importance of facing death with calmness and inner peace, viewing it as an opportunity to end the cycle of rebirths and attain moksha or spiritual liberation. Many people also oppose this practice and consider it a type of suicide. Santhara practice has been legalized and the case was won in the Supreme Court by the Jains. That is all for today. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like and subscribe to Healthy Natural Remedies channel for more content. Feel free to leave comments below on what you would like to see in future videos. Until next time, take care. Shubham Bhavatu.